Speaker, I believe to address this issue of how we got here, it is important for us to go back into history and also remind ourselves that there was a time in this country when the dollar traded for less than 1 naira. I think it was 75 kobo, Mr. Speaker. There was a time in this country, Mr. Speaker, when this country solely relied on revenues from agriculture. We used to be one of the largest exporters of cocoa, palm oil, groundnuts. But unfortunately, with the oil boom, Mr. Speaker, we left all that. Mr. Speaker, in 2008, our foreign reserves in this country was over $62 billion when the crude oil was $120 per barrel. But what did we do at that time, Mr. Speaker? We had two options. Number one, to save the money, or number two, to invest the money in infrastructure, in industries, and in industries that would grow productivity and wealth. But what we ended up doing, Mr. Speaker, was the CBN at that time just kept on licensing BDCs, Beirut the change, at different grades, and unfortunately, we are in the position we are today. Mr. Speaker, one of the main reasons why the dollar keeps on rising is, number one, commercial banks, Mr. Speaker, have been involved in a lot of round tripping. Basically, they get this money, they get this foreign exchange at the bank rate, which is 197, and they bring it out to the parallel market and sell it at which the gap is tremendous. The margin is a lot. Apart from that, Mr. Speaker, commercial banks have also been accused of deliberately refusing to implement the CBN directives of allocating diaspora remittances, which is about $50,000 every single week, which they receive, which is pure cash, raw cash. They do not remit these diaspora remittances back to the BDCs. Mr. Speaker, I believe this motion is a motion that must be supported by this House. We never thought in our wildest dreams that the dollar would one day reach 400 naira. The way things are going, we can't be surprised if it goes to 1,000 naira. I think it is time to act. I support the mover of this motion, and I strongly urge this House to please support this motion. I thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, for giving me the opportunity to talk.
Honorable Dambara.